Welcome on, people. It's Mr. Dog back again with the review. And you know what? After a fantastic win today, I wanted a break from YouTube, but I thought I had to. I had to do a review. And I thought, I'll get Dylan in and I get Des in. Because Dylan looks happy. Des looks a bit... You're not tip-shy, Des?
No, I'm not at all. Good.
Yeah, you know what? Before we just start, Des, I need to pick a brain with you. Because you're on a rival's channel, and you're trying to discredit my channel. Is that true, Des?
I don't know what you're talking about. You must have been following me about, Ben.
but lads, fantastic win today. Where's your start? I'm gonna start with you, Dylan. Today's performance. What a performance, Dylan!
Brilliant. Just a quick one. Can you see me? Because your screen's gone frozen.
I can see you.
Don't worry about it.
I can see you.
All right. Yeah. So, brilliant performance. Want to see more of it. Where the hell have they pulled it from?
You know what it is? I personally think they've got no pressure. They can just relax because they're not going to get relegated. And I think when they've got no pressure, they play like this. And today's performance just said it all. And name a player that was poor today. Can you name one player, Dylan, that was poor?
No, not really. I think they all played well individually and as a group.
What about you? Yeah, carry on.
No, that was it.
Des, like I said, what performance from the team, and what's your opinion on the game?
Yeah, it was a good performance. You know, obviously after coming on the back of the Cardiff game, it's even more important. But before the game, I looked at it and thought it's two teams that are going to be on the beach a little bit. I know we've got a bit of work to do. It probably meant that little bit more to us today. I'm not putting the performance down, but it's coming towards the end of the season, isn't it? And we still have to go out there with. One of the things we've really struggled with all season is producing back-to-back results. You know, occasionally we've done it against the lesser teams, but
Sorry. I can still see Des.
Yeah, so we put the results back to back. You know, like Dylan says, I don't think there was a poor player. I think some of the players we've criticised recently played well as well. Perhaps they've got a point to prove. Players
like Christie and Ty Blackett.
Yeah. Also in particular, I've been mega critical of those all the players in those positions. You know, but today they look solid. You know, he replaced Cafu for Karinovic, which I think was a positive move against a team like QPR. I think Forest are better playing against teams like that who are going to open the game up a little bit more. We know what Warburton does. You know, it's not going to be a particularly dirty game, although they did have that guy in midfield who was putting himself around a bit.
Yeah, he was. He was.
He left a couple on Yates, I think. But you know that I think it was suited to us today, and perhaps a little bit of motivation, and perhaps a few players with a point to prove really sort of swung it in our favour. And by sort of 60 minutes, they had a little brief spell, didn't they, after half time. After that, we kind of just, that second goal really killed the game, didn't it? There was no coming back from that.
I'm going to mention this player again. I think he's been mentioned for like forever. James Garner, Dylan. Like, he's come to Forest, and I saw a tweet today, and he's a player that we're not going to see, and he's been one of the best loan players that's playing the Forest shirt. Do you agree, yes or no?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Say how young he is. He just literally, it's like he dictates the game. It's like he's in his position, but then as soon as he gets the ball, he pushes everyone forward.
Yeah.
And for a lad at such a young age to be able to come into the team and just basically take it by the scruff of the neck and say, right, this is how we're going to play it. This is how we're doing it, and everyone seems to follow it.
Player, like I said, someone mentioned Ty Blackett. Tom Edwards mentioned Blackett, and as we've been talking for quite a while about this left back position. Ribeiro, I think he'll be gone next season. Bong as well, but Ty Blackett. Des, do you think Ty Blackett is a player that can be our first choice left back next season, or do you think Forest need to improve?
I think if I'm being honest, I think we need to improve because I've not seen enough of that kind of consistency from Blackett. You know, the last 2 games, of course, you can't fault, but he's got to take that forward, and we've got to be a little bit more dynamic at times. You know, today was a better example of that. You know, and I'd like to see him do more. I don't know. I'm just because you've asked me the question, I'd like to see him do a bit more going forward. I've said all season, Christie's real strength is when he's going forward, crossing the board. You know,
yeah, 100%.
He's got an assist in him. So if you're talking about left back in particular, I think he's done well, and I can't be critical. But whether he's the long term answer, I'm not quite sure.
Another player. I know he's been really critical. I don't know if you lot agree. Lewis Grabban, his goal, his second goal today was just what a goal! Goal that I think his Forest fans have been wanting to do. Dylan, what do you think of his performance today?
Grabban's basically, well, does what he normally does. He seems to be playing at, always helping out in midfield and stuff like that. But like you say, his goal was a typical striker's goal. Took it, struck it well. I just want to see more. I heard a bit on the radio as well while I was watching it, and like one of them said, there's certain points in the game where he seems to be drift out to the side where he's in with the play, but then as soon as he passes it to a winger, he tries to stay in the play instead of running and getting to the 6-yard box. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, what he does now, what I can see what he's doing is, yes, he's helping the team out, holding the ball up, trying to get the wingers involved, anyone involved. But as soon as he's passed that ball, he needs to be straight in that 6-yard box for them to either get it straight into him so he can score or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
There's 2 people in. If you have any questions for myself, Dylan, or Des, put them in the comments below. If you are new to the channel, please do hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. I keep talking about like the whole back 4 was fantastic today, especially Joe Worrall and Garner. Des, like I keep banging on about this. Joe Worrall, do you think he'll be at Forest next season? Yes or no?
Do I think he'll be there? No. Do I want him there? Absolutely, because I think it's the time to build a team around him almost. You know, from the way he's took the ball by the horns this year, and he's worth much more than his ability right now, isn't he? You know, he's worth that sort of leadership and the Forest running through him. Do you know what I mean? We need that connection, especially as fans. Do you know, that won't mean whether he's there or not, but we need that kind of connection. We need to feel like someone's on our side as well. You know, so do I think he'll be there? I think he's been, for the last season and a half, he's been really, really consistent. You know, really dropped some of the mistakes. There's the odd one. Defenders make mistakes, you know, but I can't see us holding on to him with all the things that have been said about FFP and money and having to sell a player a season to balance the books. You know, you look around and who's the prize asset?
100%. Question, honestly, can be for both of you. What do you think Forest did right today? Dylan, what do you think they did right today?
Well, they did right. They worked as a team more. They passed the ball very well. They didn't make any silly passes. And I thought that they moved the ball quicker. So where it was like normally when they pass up to the defenders and try and move the ball forward, like again, Garner gets the ball, bang, straight forward, straight out to the wingers. Myton, absolutely awesome running down the wings. Amiobi played well.
Yeah, about to talk to him about them as well, about Abiyobi and Myton.
Yeah, and I just think as a team, they just seem to be like Des said earlier, they don't seem to be no pressure. No pressure. It just seems to be like Houghton's just said to him, look, because probably secretly behind the doors, he's probably said to him, look, you ain't getting relegated. Go out there and show me what you can do. And you saw that today.
Same to you, Des. What do you think we got right today, in your opinion?
I just think the application was right, and lots of times throughout the season I've questioned that. You know, they started on the front foot. They started like there was the home side. You know, they chased things down. The first goal, the second and third goals were excellent in terms of finish, but the first goal was the most pleasing part of it.
Yeah,
you know, that chasing that lost cause down into the corner. I mean, Obi applied himself, beat his man, you know. And what you want when you've got one winger coming off one side is the other winger coming off the other side, you know, to sort of finish him off if the striker's not in the box. And you look at Grabban, you know, he took his goal sort of really well, you know, instinct. I always think Grabban works best on instinct. You know, if you give him too much time or he's got to think about it, you know, he's not the best. And I just think they played to the strengths, you know. They didn't concern themselves too much with what QPR were doing. And I think too many times throughout the season, we've given too much respect to the opposition. I think in the last 3 games, we've kind of not. And look, we've got points. We've got 7 points out of the last 3 games. Yeah. And before that, we were playing the Putin's record against the top teams suggested we was giving them too much respect.
You mentioned, like I said, Abiyobi, and as well, Myton scored the first goal, and Forest, like I said, the need to sell a youngster, and Abiyobi, he's playing for a contract, so he might have been thinking, I've played well, I need a contract. Myton, he could be one of the players that could leave because he's a talented. Do you think Abiyobi is worth a contract next season? And how long do you think we should stay for?
I think he's worth another year, at least, because I think it was a few weeks ago when we was on here, and one of the other lads on here says that he'd get into another championship side, no problem. Probably a lower down one, but do you know what I mean? I won't fancy him going to another championship side and facing us.
Yeah, I don't want that.
No, do you know what I mean? But I think he's I think as from next season, everyone knows it's going to be a rebuild. Definitely a rebuild.
But you know what it is? We say that every season. Every season it's a rebuild.
Yeah, I know, but what I've heard,
here we go. Here we go. Is what we heard.
Well,
it's what Dylan heard. That's the title. What Dylan's heard.
Trust me, mate. I've got some good sources.
People, Dylan's got some good sources. Do you hear that?
Yeah, it's not tomato sauce. Yeah. Now, but they've got 12. Is it 12 players out of contract and due to go back? So they've got to sort all that out. I think. Have you listened to the chairman's Q&A?
Yeah, I slept on it. I slept on it. I was like,
right. Well, anyway,
I don't want to hear that. People in the comments, right? Did anyone watch the Neil Randall? I think even Des is laughing because he knows this is true. People don't want to hear that. People want to hear about more like from what's the CEO's name? Llanos. Yeah, people don't want to hear that. Everyone predicted what he's going to say. So,
well, yeah, obviously he's going to say.
To be fair to him, but to be fair, it was professional what he said. Like
he's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer, so he knows what to say. So,
do you know what that interview was about? That interview was about season tickets. End of.
It was. It was. It was
to give people the confidence to buy season tickets because they've been updating the ticketing system, and now we're all supposed to go, oh, it's all going to be great.
Listen to it. I watched it, and I watched all 3 of them, and I thought, okay, Yes, we've already heard this before. So, people in the comments, did anyone watch it? I just thought we've heard it all before. Yeah, Des, behave, because I know you've been drinking too much. No, I'm not saying you've been drinking too much. You're just a bit of kind of.
What in general?
Yeah. A question. And one of you can answer this. Do you think Kunovic is answer to take us to the next level? I don't think he is. He was poor today, and he's been playing lots of games. I'm not a Kunovic fan, but to give his dues, he was all right. He played all right against Brentford. He played okay last week against. No, he didn't play today against Cardiff. And I'm not a Kunovic fan. I won't give him contract, but would you two give us contract? Des, would you give him contract?
I don't think so. You know, the question there is, do you think he'll take us to the next level? Don't think he was there to take us to the next level. I think he was brought in to do a job. And I know we spoke about Garner quite a lot and the impact he's made. I've not seen anyone make an impact like Garner has since Guardiola when he was signed.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And it's that kind of job at the moment, isn't it? It's a job. It was a job in January of ensuring we stay in the Championship. I don't think we was as desperate as we was when Guardiola came. But they were brought in for that job. I'm with you. I've not seen a great deal from him. I kind of prefer him to play the number 10 to most players, you know, because I've said it before on here, a bit like Amiobi, he's lively, he's buzzing, you know, he's grabbing attention of defenders more than like a Cafu maybe or someone else who plays in that role. So he's not been bad. He's not been fantastic. You know, he's just been brought in to kind of raise the bar that little bit. He's not going to take us to the next level.
100%. Today, like I said, who was your man of the match, Dylan, today?
My man of the match was either. I got two. It's probably either Garner or Alex Maiton.
Okay, what's the reason for that?
Well, Garner just does what he does. Do you know what I mean? For such a young lad, how he can.
Do you think we'll keep him?
Yeah, I think we'll get him for another year.
Don't think we will.
No, I think we will because Man United. The only reason Man United let him come to Forest was because of Chris Hughton, and he knew he'd play under him in his development. So next season, and just to put it out here, what I'd like to see is imagine if we could keep him, and we get the likes of obviously him playing. You've got the likes of Maiton playing, and then hopefully Johnson when he comes back, him playing as well.
It'd be nice to get him, but I personally think whoever gets promoted, the three teams who get promoted, go to one of them or team in the Premiership now in a lower club. That's my opinion. People in the comments, do you think Garner will stay at Nottingham Forest as well? If you are on the chat, please do put some comments forward about today's game. Des, what do you think? Do you think Garner will stay at Forest?
I'd like to think so because I wasn't convinced when he came, to be honest, you know, for 3 or 4 weeks.
Me too.
And then all of a sudden, I thought, I'm going to watch. Do you know, sometimes you watch a game and you go, right, I'm going to watch this player today. I'm going to, focus on him. And I watched the game. I thought, I need to see what people are talking about. And he really does pull all the strings. You know, and in the last 6 games, he's really coming to his own, hasn't he? He's taking us to another level. He single-handedly dragged us to the position we're in. Do I think we keep him on that basis? Probably not, because he's probably played into a bigger move. You know, I think we probably would have. But like yourself, I tend to think he might end up at a lower Premiership. You know, I don't think he'll go back to Man United. And if Forest can almost prove that we're going to be better next season, you know, to Man United and we're going to be able to progress his development, then they might send him back. But I think there might be some tough negotiations there in terms of getting him back. Yeah. It probably cost us a lot more as well, even on a loan sort of deal.
Yeah, who was your man match today? Everyone played good. There's a problem. I think everyone played good. To be fair, everyone had a job and they did their job. But if you go first, who's your man of match?
So again, the easy picks for me would be Garner and Worrall, but they're kind of like the 8 out of 10s every week, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm with Dylan. I thought Mighton, shown a bit more maturity today, getting up and down a bit more. Hooton wants him to do a bit more than just his tricks. Seemed to have a more all-round performance, but I don't think I could go too far away from Garner. He is the difference at the minute.
I personally think I thought the both wingers, Ty Blackett and Christie, because I think everyone knows Christie's been giving loads of criticism since he's been at Forest, but Ty Blackett and Christie for me. But if I say one, I'll say Ty Blackett. Even if they did.
As your man of the match.
As my man of the match. I like Christie. I always liked him. He's just like, to me, Forest fans I know, like, as everyone knows, Ribeiro, he is one of the best left backs since he's come to Nottingham Forest. But just don't. He's gone. But I think Ty Blackett is one of the players that I think can do a good job. Is QPR fan. Hello, Mr. Dore. Well played today. Better team won. We were poor. You tested our keeper. Plus, we couldn't break our setup down too much. Good luck to your season. That's QPR TV. Hello, how you doing? Unlucky, mate. Never mind. There's a. Sorry, I had to. There's like how many games left? There's about 7 games left in there. 7 games left.
6.
This is a tough question because, as everyone knows, that team from down the road lost, and they're in a relegation dogfight. So unlucky Derby. If there's any dog fans here, put your thumbs up. Sure, we're not going relegated now, Des. Surely not.
No, I don't think we have been for a while, have we? I think I first came on your show around January time, and you asked me where we'd finish, and I said 15th.
Yeah.
I've maintained that all the way through, and today we're in 15th with 7 games to go. Not much hope of getting sort of into the top half, because the points are a little bit too much, and we're not going to win every game. So I reckon we're going to be around. I don't think we'll finish any lower than 15th now. I think, but what I'd like to see is them to really sort of. I know we're safe. I know teams will be on the beach, but what we want to see as fans, just to give us that optimism, to sell those season tickets or sell Nick Mandel. We want a strong finish, don't we? We want to see it. We want to see it through to the end of the season, and if that happens, we'll all start next season thinking we're going to get promoted again. Listen,
man. As you lot know, the younger fans will understand. 23 years. How long has it been? 23 years? 23 years? We've not been since the Premiership. Every season, I say Forest is going to get promoted. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it next season. I'm just going to say we're in a relegated dogfight because we could end up. And I saw a tweet today, and I couldn't stop laughing. Mr. Dore, no more watch-alongs for you because I think it's been about. This is my second game. What team did we win 3-1? What other team?
Worrall.
Yeah, we beat them 3-1, and I didn't even watch that. And I got criticised today. Said, Mr. Dore, no more watch-alongs. So people in the comments, do you want me to do no more watch-alongs? Because I got grief today. So people in the comments, do you want me to do more watch-alongs? Yes or no? Question. What do you think of Yates today? He gets silly haters and gives more the option going forward. Had a couple of shots today and nearly scored for a header. That's a weakness of Cafu. Yates has been giving lots of criticism as well. Dylan, what do you think of Yates' performance today alongside Garner?
Yeah, Yates. I like Yates. I just struggle to see sometimes what he's doing. Yes, he played okay today. He had a couple of chances. And that, I think he had a header that was cleared off the line, if I remember right there.
That was the first chance, wasn't it? That's the first chance.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Yeah, and it's just I just sometimes struggle to see what he does in the team.
Dylan, you always struggle, Dylan. You always struggle. This is the thing about Dylan. Don't believe what he says. You always struggle to see what these kind of players. People in the comments, don't believe what he says. It's all lies.
But it's just I don't know. It's one of these. He's a good player, but he's not setting the team on fire. Do you know what I mean? he's a player that if he got left out and someone else put in, I wouldn't be disappointed.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Where obviously Garner's taking he's a different kettle of fish, he is. But do you know what I mean? So maybe he doesn't know what his best position is or what he's supposed to be doing. But whatever he's doing, Hooton likes him, so he's staying there.
Hello, Dor. I want to be accused if I forgot to pass it. Oh, apologise, Ethan, about your granddad. So about granddad. All around table, like, last but not least, lads. Last but not least, out of 10, Des. Forest performance out of 10.
Hey, you know, I wouldn't get too carried away just yet. You know, it was good. They did a professional job. You know, they applied themselves well. You know, and effectively a 3-0 win. They scored with the last kick of the game. You can never fault that. So a good solid 8. You know, but I would be just cautious of getting a bit carried away with ourselves just yet.
Mm. Dylan, the question for you, Dylan. I can't believe Dylan when he loves Colback.
What was that? Say that again.
You can't believe Dylan when he loves Colback. It was not Colback. How long did Colback get? Colback got about 9 minutes, didn't he?
No, he got a bit longer.
Oh, dear.
I was hoping to get a yellow card, keep his stats going.
I personally don't think Colback will be at Forest next season. And if Matthew, if you're watching, you can get upset as much as you want with me because I don't think he will. Because he will message me saying, Ben, why are you saying that for? But he won't. He won't be at Forest. Like, he's not playing. But
I think next season is going to be a lot of change. Do you know what I mean? Because this year we've been in relegation, near the relegation zone, and that. So I think there's going to be a hell of a lot of people leaving. 12 due to go out with contracts and loan signings. So I think this start of the season it'll be a total different team.
Listen, hi from Scotland. Love your content, Dor. Thank you very much, Aaron, for your nice comments. Des, who have I said ratings? Ratings? Who did I mention? Was it you, Dylan, or Des?
I answered him.
Go on, Des. Ratings out of 10. Go on.
No, I just answered you. You need to ask Dylan.
Oh, Dylan. Sorry. I think I'm a bit tipsy. Go on, Dylan.
Yeah, I'll go with the same as Des. 8. Like I says, we can't get carried away just yet. We've had 2 good games. 3 good games if you include Brentford. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? 6 more games to go. Hopefully we're home and dry.
Not like Derby, though.
Hey?
Not like Derby, though.
Oh.
I had to rub it in. Sorry, Derby fans, but you're in trouble.
No, I don't think they'll go down either.
I want them to go down.
Why? Why? Then you don't get no. Then you don't get no.
But Dylan, remember what? Listen to me. I remember Derby fans used. As we know, Forest fans were cussers. Derby fans were cussers about being in League One. They need experience now to be in League One. So what Derby to that? We can have one season without Derby. One season. We don't need him in our life.
Don't worry about it, mate, because the start of the next season, they'll be on minus 12 points when the EFL's got hold of them.
But true, that is true. If there's any more comments to say to myself and Des, you know what? I'm going to mention one more question for one of you lot, right? Because I know, I personally don't think we'll get relegated. Do you think it's time for players like remember Colback, players like that? Do you think they should get a game at least, Des?
Yeah, definitely. You touched on Colback there. I'm a big Colback fan. I think I don't necessarily think they should be in the team as a given right, but you know, they are good players. They're the players we really wanted. They're the players we thought was building.
No. Just get it right, Des. I didn't want Colback. It's all you lot wanted Colback. I didn't want him. You wanted him.
Well, yeah, we wanted him. We then, not we. Ben.
Minus Ben. I didn't want Cole back. Now look at him. He can't even get in the team. Look at him.
Yeah, I think this is the time, isn't it? You know, he can basically he's got free hit now, hasn't he? You know, if he can put the players in who he wants to sort of use next season. He can sort of fade out those he doesn't want, and he knows who aren't going to be there next season. You know, and then just start looking at it that way. You know, if I was Newton, all I'd do is start playing my best team every week. You know,
100%. Yeah, true.
Just to see, and then see where from that best team you still need to improve. You know, see how they apply themselves. Someone like Amiobi, I don't think he ever lets us down for application. You know, but does he really want him? Does he not want him? You know, I think the next 6 weeks are going to tell us an awful lot, aren't they?
Another question. Dylan, this guy likes you a lot, Dylan. Callback is next year. Shush, don't tell Dylan. Sal will move on, which is a shame. Brilliant on his day, but can't stay fit. This is the thing, Mike, with Forest, right? We've not been mentioned Arthur. We've not even mentioned Samba Sal. These kind of players, like, do you think, like Harry Arthur, he hasn't got a future. Do you think Samba Sal's got a future, Des?
No. The reason they aren't playing is because they've shown interest in not being there, haven't they?
Yeah, that's true. Dylan?
No, I don't think. I think personally now, Houghton is playing the players that he thinks that he will still be here next season. Now, I believe that's how he's setting up the team. Obviously, we're getting good wins, and that I think he's starting to look, because like he hasn't played knockout for the last 2 games.
Or Murray, even Murray.
Yeah, exactly. So, and everyone knows Murray's only on a contract to the end of the season, and by the sound of it, I don't think I'm not sure if he'll stay for another year, but I know his family's down south, and the only reason he come up was just to help Houghton out till the end of the season. And Knockard, I got a feeling if Fulham get relegated, they're going to want it back. Plus, if they don't, they're going to want at least 10 million for him, and I don't think they'll pay it for him. So if he starts now, looking at the players he's got and how he can use them for next season, and not get dependent on them, because, like you say, we're not 100% safe, but we're probably there now.
Right, boys, I'm gonna let that go. But Dylan and Des, thank you for taking your time out for coming on review. Like I said, I wasn't even bothered to do a review today, but we won. I need a rest from YouTube. I need Des to do some more content, because I'm sick and tired of seeing my face on there. Des, come on, Des. If people's not right, Des, before we go, Des, because you're almost at 100 subscribers, aren't you?
Yeah.
Put a link on your channel. I will put a link on Des' channel. Just promote your channel, Des, before we go.
Yeah, it's just my vlog daily. You talk about content. I do it every day as well. It's hard work, isn't it? Perhaps when you have this break, Ben, you can watch it yourself a bit and support it the way I support DoreOnTour.
I watch your channel all the time when I'm at work. You know, when I'm stressed, I just say, "Loud, watch Des." I watch Des.
I wouldn't say that out loud.
Listen, people, if you are stressed out, go on Des' channel. He relaxes you. So go on his channel. It is relaxing. It is.
All it is a bit of positivity. You know, I'm
wandering
around the channel, talking about how I'm feeling. I'm quite honest. I'm quite out there. Some of it's a bit uncomfortable at times, but you know, it's just supposed to be honest. It's trying to get people to sort of deal with the situation. About 10 minutes every day, and I do a live session on a Thursday. So just something to look up. Do daily, it's called.
No, what I do, because I had to rush this, I'll put Des' link in below. So please go support it, because it is a fantastic channel. It's something different to my channel as well. So please go support Des' channel. Boys, it's been a pleasure. I think I'll do a preview for Bristol City, because I think I love YouTube too much. But yeah. But Dylan and Des, it's been a pleasure. and hopefully I'll see you lot next week with another win. And people, I won't be doing a watch along because I'm at work again. So hopefully, if we do win, please don't message me and saying we don't do watch alongs because it just upsets me. I was upset today because I got absolutely hammered on Facebook. Then don't do no more watch alongs. But I thought that's to me, to you lot haters. And but yeah, Des and Dylan, thank you very much for coming on.
No worries.
Cheers, lads. Cheers, lads. So that's like, but yeah, boys and girls, thank you very much for coming. Thank you, Des and Dylan, for coming on the channel as well. I might do 1 or 2 content this week, Wednesday or Thursday, because I'm off work then. As well, do people enjoy my Andy Johnson interview? Because I thought I thought it was the funniest one I've done. So people go and check that out. But yeah, people, if you are new to the channel, my name is Mr. Door. I do watch-alongs, previews, and hopefully next season I'll be back do my content with vlogging, go to games. Well, people, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for Des as well. Like I said, I will put Des's channel in the link below to let him reach 100 subscribers because like it's different content and as well. But yeah, people, peace and love. I hope everyone has a fantastic week, and hopefully Forest can do another victory away to Bristol City. Peace and love. Up the Forest.